Hey guys, it's Heather from Kell of a Plan, and I'm super excited about this video because this was requested by my friend slash kind of coworker, Amy Lee, from Gratitude and Glamour. She is part of a Facebook group that is all about dashboard inspiration, and she told me that they were having a conversation the other day in the group about how to cover this box in the dashboard layout. In the new dashboard layout, sorry, let me turn my phone on silent. In the new dashboard layout, it says what's for dinner, and then it has Monday through Sunday. If you have the undated expansion packs, then that box is just blank and it doesn't necessarily say anything, but it still can be something that you cover up. So you kind of have a couple of options as to what you do with this space. And I wanted to show you guys a few options in both the mini and the classic. So we are going to start with the classic size. And the first thing I want to tell you guys is I am pretty confident in the fact that this box is the same size as a big sticker. The reason I'm pretty confident in that is this box is the same as a classic sticker if you turn it sideways, okay? So I'm hoping, I haven't actually tried this. Maybe I should have tried it before I actually started filming, but I'm hoping that that's the case. And this is just some cute scrapbook paper that I had. And the pink punches things to be the same size as the big planner. So I'm gonna try it out and punch me a square. And if you take that square and you turn it sideways, I'm really hoping, yes, it is the same size. Now, it does leave this up here still showing. If the color coordinates, then you could just leave it. But if the color doesn't coordinate, you could grab a cute coordinating washi tape to go with it. So I'm gonna grab like this purple washi to kind of pull out the purple that's in this floral. This thin washi is pretty much the same size as that box. It's a little bit smaller. It is the same size as the mini. In the classic, it looks like it's a little bit smaller, but it might be enough to at least cover the part that shows. So yeah, it's enough to cover the part that is showing with this piece of paper. So then you can take your adhesive tape runner, which of course mine is always like right here, y'all, and it's not there. So I'm gonna go find it. I swear it's always right there. I will be back. Whoops. Okay, it had fallen under my desk. So you can take your adhesive tape runner. The back of that paper is also pretty, so you could use that as well. And I personally would line it up to the corner over here and not over here, because if it's a little bit too short, I would rather it hit the line over here. And just lay it down. See, it is like a tad too short when you punch, but I don't think it's enough to really notice. I am gonna trim the washi so that it lines up with the paper. And then if it bothers you that you could still see that little bitty spot, it doesn't bother me, but I know you guys, and I know some of you would be like, oh my gosh, that little spot would drive me crazy. So you could grab a sticker. If you wanted this section to still be functional, then you could go grab like some habit tracker stickers or something like that, and you could put it here and put like another one here. And then you have a cute corner section, and you can't even tell now that that is a little bit too short. Now, if I were to do something like this, I would want to then tie in that pattern somewhere else in this layout so that it goes with my whole spread. So what I would do is I would then probably take this paper and I would use it to cover up a box on this side, whatever box I don't think I'll use, so that it coordinates. So you could take this. I'm actually going to flip it to the back so that I can draw without being afraid that the lines will show. So I'm going to cut it there, and I'm going to cut it here. Then you can grab a paper trimmer, or you can just use your scissors if you're really good at cutting straight, Paper trimmer is probably the best bet, but I really need a new paper trimmer. Mine kind of has a dull blade. Okay, and then you can take that, and again, use your tape runner. And you could do this on any of these boxes. I just don't think I would use this one. Put this down. And now your 2 pages are at least coordinating, and then you can do your spread from there. I think this is actually going to be a really cute spread, and I'm going to save these pages in case I want to actually use this. Okay, another option or another hack for this layout is I personally am not a big fan of like this whole side. I just don't really care for it. And so a lot of times what you'll see me do in my mini, let's actually do this with my mini planner because it will take up less space. So we're going to grab 2 mini pages and we'll do it on our mini. So sometimes what I do is when I know that I'm not going to use this side. This just isn't the way that I plan. So what I do sometimes is I take my page and I just completely cover it. With paper. And then again, you can use a paper trimmer or a pair of scissors. Okay, and then you would use your Happy Planner punch. You'd line up your holes. Okay, and then what I would then do if I did this is I would go grab the journaling sticker book. Would be really good for this because you could take some of these big stickers that are white and you could place them on the page and create new boxes that actually fit the way that you plan. Okay, so that is another idea. Now, on the mini planner, this box, if you're trying to cover it up, classic size stickers fit in this box if you turn them to the side. So, what you would want to do, I'm hoping this sticker book has a good option. I'm trying to find one with like good... You want one that kind of has a plain design. Basically, you want one, it doesn't necessarily have to be plain as much as it doesn't need to have words. Because if it has words and you turn it on its side, then the words are sideways and then it just looks dumb. But this fits the classic planner. Again, it shows a little bit of the top where it says what's for dinner. So if you're going to do this, I would suggest grabbing, again, a thing of washi, of coordinating washi, lay it down, so that that doesn't show. Lay this down, but this time with the last one, the big sticker fits perfectly. With this one, the classic is a little bit too big, so you want to take an X-Acto knife or a pair of scissors and trim it, and then you cover up that box. And then if you wanted to coordinate whatever sticker you use here, you could save it, save the excess and put it elsewhere so that that design is in more than one part of your spread, which just offers coordination. And again, if you're someone who doesn't want to give up space because you want to plan in a way that is productive and not just decorative, you could grab a sticker book that has box stickers and place a box sticker there, And then you could put whatever it is that you want to put in that box, whether it's something really important or a really important errand or a quote or whatever it is. That's another option that you can do there. So you can also do this whole idea of covering a page. You can do that with the classic size. I just didn't do it today because I didn't really want to waste that much scrapbook paper since this is just like a tutorial. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go back to this page and I'm going to show y'all another way to cover up this box. Okay. So far we've basically looked at scrapbook paper and stickers, but now I really want to show you guys how to use washi tape to cover this box. You can use any size washi tape that you want for this. You will be using a lot of washi if you choose to use the thin one, so I went and grabbed a medium size and a big size. I personally suggest using a washi tape that has like a seamless pattern where it's just a pattern instead of one with like words. And I also wouldn't do one with stripes because that would be hard to line up. So I would do one with some kind of easy pattern that's fairly simple to line up. And you also want to look at if your washi is going to be see-through, because if it's see-through, then you might want to white out this section. But basically, you're going to use your washi tape to create basically a sticker. And you just run a few strips of washi across. So you line up the first one. Then you line up the second one, and of course it's not going to be like a perfectly seamless pattern because most washi tapes aren't made to line up with each other this way, but that's why I think it's important to pick a pattern that is pretty close so that it's just not like if it was the stripes, that would be really hard to match up. Also, another tip is, like, you can already see my lines over here are kind of crooked, so another tip would be to purposely leave your strips longer so that you could trim them all at one time and they line up. Because then I could come in here and I can line these up perfectly all together. And then grab my tweezers, peel off. I thought I cut a little bit off of this one, but maybe not. And again, now you have a box covering up that section if that section is something that you don't want. Okay? Now, another tip, y'all, I feel like I could like make this video so long when it comes to using this layout. You could also do the same thing over here if there's a box that you know you're not going to use. Like right here, I may not use this. You got this. I don't really like that part. So again, you could just take your washi, line it up. And it also helps with coordinating because one of my favorite parts of planning is the design element, and part of the design element, you want to have balance in your patterns. So if I have this pattern on the right side of my page, then I'm going to balance it out on the left side of my page and have the same pattern so that it goes together and looks like a cohesive spread. So if you cover something on the right side with washi tape, you're probably going to want to cover something on the left side just so that see, like, I feel like that looks so much more cohesive now. And it looks like it was just meant to be like that. So that is another option with washi. Now, I'm going to show y'all how I would do that in my mini. Let me grab a mini. Because it might be a little bit, you could do essentially the same thing. I'm not going to show you guys how to lay washi down in the mini because it would literally be the same thing. But maybe you don't want the whole box to be washi, but maybe you just don't want it to say what's for dinner and the days of the week. Maybe you just want it to say something else. So what I would do is I would grab a whiteout tape runner, correction tape runner, whatever you want to call it. I would white out this strip where it says what's for dinner. And the reason I would do that is just because then it covers up that section and you just don't have to worry about it. And then this thin washi covers that strip perfectly. They're like the exact same size. I love that it makes it so easy to use the thin washi. But see, when you do the whiteout and then you washi it, then you can't see the words underneath the washi, okay? So I would do that. And then what I would do next is I would grab a mini sticker book. You want to do mini because this is a mini dashboard. And then I would flip through, this is the mini faith book, and I am looking to see if there are any checklist stickers in this book. Yes, there are. So, like this one, this pink one says pray. I may not want it to say pray, so I could cut off the pray part, but grab this pink sticker. Now, because I cut off pray, you could still see Monday. So it might actually have been better. So in order to get it to fit, don't cut off the top. We live and we learn. So instead, I'm going to grab this one that says to do, because then it should still cover up Monday. Okay, and so now I just have a to-do list for the week instead of it being dinner. Okay, then you can just make it a to-do list. I kind of hate sometimes when they pre-print things in this box, because then if you don't want to use it that way, you kind of have to do a little extra work to cover it up. But when you do the little extra work to cover it up, then you already like have a color scheme going on, like pink and purple, and it does make it a little bit easier to decorate. Plus, that's part of the fun, is figuring out ways to make a planner work for you. So those are just a few of my ideas right off the bat. I was also going to show you guys a few things in my mini. I use the dashboard layout every other week in my mini planner, so I wanted to show you guys a few things that I've done to kind of hack it to make it work for me. So here on the left is where I covered up the whole page with scrapbook paper and then used box stickers to make it work for me. So I highlighted, I had a lot of birthdays that week and a lot of different things going on, and so I kind of went with a birthday theme. This is a classic sticker that I put the right way, but it made it where it was a little too thin on the sides, and so that's why I added this washi over here. And I did have to trim the top and the bottom off to make it fit. But that's an example of the dashboard layout there. Here, these are actually 2 cards from the accessory packs, like these cards right here. Okay, that's what these are. And I taped them onto a blank piece of notebook paper, added washi tape in between, and it was a really cute way to make this side work for me, because again, I don't typically like all those boxes that they put. Here is a classic sticker turned sideways, and I added some black washi to tie in with the black over here, and then I just put a fun quote for it to be a fun decorative corner. And then in August, this was the first dashboard layout. Here, I actually did want to use the days of the week, but I just covered up where it said what's for dinner, and I put get it done, so that those were things that I needed to get done each day. And then over here was a blank piece of notebook paper where I just put stickers to make it work for me, because I just don't really like that layout. And then this one is my mini layout for this week. So you would have watched this video yesterday. So if you want to see me create this spread, then you can check out that video. But here again, I used a blank piece of notebook paper, used my own boxes to create boxes over here that I knew I would use. Here, this is a box sticker. So those stickers that fit in the monthly view also fit height-wise in this box, but width-wise they're too small. You can kind of see there's a blank here and a blank here, and then I covered the days of the week with the washi, but I think it looks really cute. So those are just a few ways that I use the dashboard layout. I hope that this video kind of helps to spark some ideas in your head and some ways to make this layout work for you. It's a really fun layout, but it's also kind of a new layout that you kind of have to play around with to make it work for you. If you have any other weekly dashboard hacks that you'd like to share in the comments for people who are trying to make this layout work for them, I'd love to hear them. If you like this video, I hope you hit the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button, and happy planning.